Hello, so I've just completed the side quest Deadpool and Wolverine, not that one, X Magica Showcase. It was a decent, enjoyable quest, and I did complete Titan Crystal. And look at what I pulled! What did I pull? A fucking Nova. Why in Satan's name is this arsehole in a Titan crystal? I don't even want to see this guy in a fucking basic crystal. Why, oh why, would you put this guy in a Titan crystal? Do you know how long it takes for an average Joe to get a Titan crystal, Kabam? Look, I don't spend a lot in this game. I do spend occasionally. But I am completing every quest in this game and playing Alliance War in Platinum tier. And it takes me a while to perform one single Titan Crystal. And the last thing I want to see is arseholes such as this, who are absolute fucking trash, to be in the crystal. Look at this crystal right now. Let's take a look at this crystal. You have Bullseye, Great Champion, White Tiger, Mediocre for utility, but he does have damage. Also, Great Thing is pretty good. Cersei is great, actually. Red Skull. You can see all these champions in here. Even Blade is useful. Serpent, Luke Cage has decent damage. Not my favorite, but there are like two trash champions in here, which is Silver Sable and this guy. Let me just switch off the audio real quick. Okay, so my last Titan was Silver Sable. She has a very interesting and unique gameplay mechanic and the way she delivers damage, but her damage is pretty trash. It takes her 3 minutes to finish a Realm of Legends fight. 3 minutes. Whereas a rank 4 6-star champion who has above average damage can do it too. There are others who can do it in 1 minute, and a fucking 7-star is only doing it in 3 minutes and 20 seconds or something like that. You need to do basics, you need to intercept, then you need to do heavies, then you need to place the traps, then you need to get this, push them into the traps with a special 2. Not just push them over the trap, you need to make sure they are falling on the traps. So you're hitting them in most matches. In 250 champions out of 250 champions, you're playing 249 champions. You're pushing them to their corner is a good thing. Not really for Silver Sable, because you have to come back to your side of the screen, at least to the middle of the screen, and push your opponent into the fucking traps. By then, the shock debuffs have gone away. If you had 8 stacks of shock, now you have 2 or 3 if you're lucky. And she inflicts passive shocks, critical passive shocks. But for mediocre damage, she doesn't have any form of utility. She does have a little bit of ability accuracy reduction, but it's quite mediocre in most cases. She's not an ability accuracy reduction champion. She's not a raw damage champion. She's not shock focus champion. I mean, she does deliver shocks damage, but the damage she does is quite basic. She does, if she's taking 3 minutes to finish off Winter Soldier, that's not a lot of damage. All in all, I feel like she is Taskmaster 2.0. At least Taskmaster is useful against Havoc. I have no idea what this woman is supposed to do. And she's in a Titan Crystal. And I think she was one of the champions who was in the voting thing, summoner choice. At least make her average. What the fuck, man? And then there is this arsehole we were just talking about. Look at this. Even Venom the Duck is better than this guy. At least he's fun to play. He has a regen, power gain, and stuff. At least I can use him in Realm of Legends or something like that. What the hell am I supposed to do with this guy? He's not a good defender anymore. He has a lot of counters. Anyone who can nullify, who can stagger like Hood, you can neutralize, you can magnetize. He has a fuckload of counters. His damage is mediocre at best. His utility is fucking trash. And he has not been buffed. Even in an ideal case, his damage window only lasts a few seconds. Absolutely fucking horrible. The very nature or concept of a Titan crystal is to reduce the feeling of pulling out your own hair when summoners pull something like this from these crystals. These crystals that take a lot of time, and you pull trash after trash from the basics. At least you hope you're almost there to forming a Titan crystal. Okay, 4 months and I have a Titan crystal ready. It has been 3 months, 1 more month of a good event and I can form a Titan crystal. And you wait for that and out comes this arsehole. No use in attack, no use in defense, no use in battlegrounds. Like, what the fuck are you doing? At least buff these champions before you just chuck it in there. I swear to God, Kabam is just going into the game and just pulling random champions and putting them in the game. Putting them in these crystals. Like, God forbid. Like, fuck off. There are so many champions to pick from. And this fucker is a Titan? He's a Titan? Fuck you! I would take a Vision Arcus more than this guy. At least he has some utility, he has a decent enough damage. He's fun to play. What the fuck is this guy supposed to do? You just have to dash back and forth to gain a little bit of power. Absolute nonsense. Who approves this shit? Who approves of this shit? Mother flipper, what the fuck, game? Look, a lot of my polls recently has been trash, but I haven't been complaining much. I spent a lot of those crystals, Captain Marvel crystals. I pulled a 1/7 star champion. I didn't pull any else, but it's fine. I think I pulled one dupe out of it, which is fine. But I think I spun about 10 featured 6 stars, and I've been getting a lot of dupes on champions that I really don't want. Look at this guy, 600. He's a good champion, but it's a 6 star. I don't want it. And I haven't pulled anyone new that I really care about. Let's filter by year. One. I pulled Prowler. That's it. I pulled someone else. These are the guys. Okay. Kindred as a 6 star, but I think he's useless. Again, he's a fucking cancerous champion. Oh, Danny Moonstar. Don't care. So I spun like 10 of these featured 6 star crystals and got absolutely shat on, but I'm not complaining about that. I didn't get Serpent, Destroyer. Yeah, I was looking for Destroyer, but yeah, haven't had the pleasure of getting that guy. But there's a lot of trash in here, which is fine. It's a 6-star crystal. But Psycho Man, Dark Hack, Sentinel, Vision Arcus, Ghost Rider. I pulled like 5 Ghost Riders out of this. So please, for the love of fucking Christ, replace these trash champions with at least average champions. Just stop putting these guys in crystals, man. Living in 2024 July. What use are these of champions? You refuse to buff them. You're buffing one champion every 2 months or 3 months. Most of the time they don't deliver or last long enough to be useful. There are a lot of trash in the 7-star pool. Maybe not a lot, but maybe 25% of them are trash. But come on, at least in the Titan crystal, stop putting filth. Have a mediocre modicum of decency and man, have a modicum of decency and have the backbone to look yourself in the mirror and call yourselves out for the idiotic decisions that you make. Fucking delete this guy from the game, or buff him. Buff him before you put it into the game. Maybe you'll buff him in a year, if you're lucky. 4 months, or 3 months, or whatever, of so many quests. Doing incursions, doing alliance war, battlegrounds, getting 1/10 of a crystal. No, not 1/10, 1/20th of a crystal from the battleground seasons. Getting 1/4 from one of the side events that comes around once in a 3 months or something like that. And you pull a guy with a fucking bucket on his head. Fuck you, Kabam, and whichever idiot who approved of this. I hope you have a trash day, who decided to do this. Ugh. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's been a while since I went on a rant like this, but come on. What excuse is there? What saving grace do you have to say against? Fuck you, Kabam. Thanks for watching. I hope you pull something better. The guy from my account of my alliance just pulled a fucking serpent. But I'm stuck with this Buckethead who was released in 2017, 18 or something like that, maybe 2017. Why the fuck is he in a Titan pull in 2024 July? But I should be pulling something like a serpent or even a thing out like a 7-star thing. Prowler, Megasonic Teenage Warhead. I'll take a 7-star Blade, a Dust, Ironheart, Destroyer. Look at these champions. Look at the range of these champions. Look at their abilities. There are threats on defense. They're amazing attackers. They're great in war, great in battlegrounds. Then there is fucking Nova. Fuck this game. This is going to warrant you a 1-star and a bad review in the Play Store. You earned it. So yeah. All the loyalty of playing the game for years and all the BS they pull, and they is rewarded with consistent nonsense from Kabam. Thanks, Kabam, for taking a shit on one of your most loyal players who have been playing this game from 2016. And I hope you have a very bad day. The other guys who are listening to this, people who've been dicked over by Kabam, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry you had to listen to this, but thank you for being here. Oh boy. Wish you all the best. Have a wonderful day. And if you needed to hear a rant, sometimes you do, I hope you had some sort of cathartic release. Thank you. See you later.